tip-off here from Gerson Pavilion. Jesse Cass and Jonathan Grace here with you once again, and we are underway. The Lions win the tap and have the basketball going left to right to start the ball game here on this Saturday night as Cam Shelton over to Kelly Leah-Pepe on right wing, looking for Douglas. Ball knocked out of his hands and out of bounds. It'll be an early turnover for the Lions. Ball to the Panthers for the first time, 12 seconds in, no score.
And it seems like just about every season with this team, we're mentioning the importance of those turnover numbers and how crucial it is for LMU to hold on to the basketball.
Now the Panthers operate right to left here in this first half. Jeremiah Gambrell Jr., left wing on the near side for Darrell Roberts. Roberts averaging a little over 14 points a game to lead the Panthers. Into the right corner, three ball on the way from Gambrell, off the mark. Rebound taken by the Lions. And Cam Shelton will operate into the front court as the Lions work it around the perimeter. Hands of Damian Douglas, now up top for Quintana. Jonathan mentioned his blazing hot start. 3 games over 20 points, averaging 19, and the best three-point shooters in the nation. The Lions now go to Eli Scott across the lane, kicks it left corner to Douglas, open three. Ricochets off the iron, and the rebound taken by Jawaun Daniels. And the Panthers work right to left in the front court.
You can see initially on LMU's first offensive possession how seriously they are taking Joe Quintana. They played him out way far beyond the arc because they know he's got NBA range.
Quintana, as mentioned, shooting 52% from three-point range. Just unbelievable with the amount of threes he puts up. He's had multiple games where he's hit 5 or more as a step-back contested three on the way from Darrell Roberts as an air ball out of bounds. It'll be back to the Lions and remain scoreless in the early going. Minute and a half gone by. 0-0 as the Lions get the ball back.
Both teams dusting off the cobwebs. Prairie View A&M after coming off a tough loss to GCU and LMU after stepping off a long flight on the way back from Florida.
The Lions played, of course, those 2 games in Florida on Sunday and Monday. Prairie View A&M, rather, has not played since November 17th, so they've had 10 days off between games as they look to come out fresh and shake off any rust from that layoff as the Lions work it around the perimeter. 15 on the shot clock. Cam Shelton serves it in, left post for Scott, looking back to Shelton on the give and go. Pass knocked out of bounds, so it'll stay Lion basketball with 10 on the shot clock. LMU will inbound to the right of the basket on the baseline.
And you got to think a key tonight for LMU is opening up Quintana outside. He's getting double teamed pretty immediately, but he moves well and he does a great job of creating space for himself offensively.
The inbounds comes into Eli Scott in the far corner. He's quickly trapped but fouled. And that foul is going to go on Brian Miles, the freshman power forward from Shreveport, Louisiana. His first personal. First team foul for the Panthers. Now the Lions get a shot clock reset of 20 to work with. Cam Shelton again tosses into his Chino Hills native, Eli Scott. And the Lions working around the perimeter. Back in the hands of Shelton now in the near corner. Down the baseline. Kicks it left corner for Scott. Back to Shelton. Open on the left wing for 3. Off the back rim, no good. Fight for the rebound. Lots of contact as Miles and Douglas go tumbling. But the rebound taken by the Panthers. Off and running with Darrell Roberts to Gambrell, as good transition defense by the Lions. Jeremiah Kendall. Right wing for Roberts, trying to sling it cross court. Dangerous pass intercepted by Scott, and the Lions look to push with numbers. Scott to Quintana, left wing 3, Trevi, and Joe Quintana picking up where he left off. Mentioned arguably the best three-point shooter in the nation, gets the Lions started. Finally, after nearly 2.5 minutes, it's 3-0 LMU.
I'll tell you what, on the stat sheet, he's the 18th most accurate and he's the first most prolific three-point shooter in the country. You mentioned 4.6 long balls a game.
Anytime you're shooting that many and shooting it at anywhere near or above 50%, you know you're quite the shooter. As the Lions come away with a loose ball and look to push, Shelton to Douglas, down the lane to the rim, muscles it up, counted and a foul. Damian Douglas flexing the strength in the right post. The Lions with a quick 5-0 lead with 3 minutes gone by in this first half.
And how about that, Douglas, his first start in I don't know how long, and opening up the points of the paint for LMU tonight with the first one from the floor.
And Damian Douglas, who has game by game, but really minute by minute, looks more and more like the player that has been such a big factor for the Lions over his first 2.5 seasons. Able to knock down that layup, looking to complete a three-point play. Free throw on the way is good. And the Lions lead 6-0 here with 16:58 to go in this first half as they'll pick up with some man-to-man pressure as they drop back into the backcourt. Shelton gets run over, but kind of just when he was not looking, ran into Miles. Play continues as Dwayne Cox into the ball game. A whistle and a foul away from the basketball will go against the Lions. It'll be on Shelton. Got matched up with the much bigger Brian Miles on a switch in the post. Commits his first personal foul. First team foul for the Lions. We'll see Douglas get a quick breather, and Quan Marble will check in for the Lions. 16:44 to go in this first half. 6-0 LMU.
Quan Marble has been another one of those big physical presences that for LMU this season has been very crucial.
The pass deflected by Marble and ends up in the hands of Shelton on the steal. Lions push off the turnover. Panthers recover with good transition D, though Shelton open right wing three, short off the iron. The rebound taken by Miles of the Panthers. They look for their first points. Nice touch pass from Cox underneath for Kendall, counted and a foul. Jeremiah Kendall, who just switched from number 13 to number 31. A sophomore from the Bronx. Transfer from Tallahassee Community College gets the Panthers on the board. It's 6-2 Lions, 16:28 to go in this first half.
LMU's going to have to be careful, especially around Lea Pepe in the foul category. We know the physicality that he can bring to this lineup, but some nights he just gets into more foul trouble than others. If they can limit those numbers and keep him on the floor, that'll be important.
The free throw miss, but back tap all the way near midcourt and recovered by the Panthers, so they get another look at this possession. It's Will Douglas, who just checked in, has it at the top of the key, covered by Marble. Slings it in the left corner for Jawaun Daniels. He's been quiet thus far. The preseason Southwestern Athletic Conference Player of the Year. Ball knocked out of bounds off of the Panthers. It'll be Lion basketball. 16:05 to go here in this first half.
And LMU has benefited from some small administrative errors here. Just errors in transition, errors in passing, and they're going to have to try to convert those errors into points down the stretch.
Lions,
so far, so good, though, for the Lions.
Lions 2 of 5 from the field. Panthers 1 of 5 in the early going. It's 6-2 LMU. It's Quan Marble on the attack. Nearly traveled with it. Head coach Byron Smith thought that he did, screaming for the call. Play continues. Lions work right corner to Lea Pepe. Out to Marble. Now up top to Quintana at the U of the LMU logo. Mid-floor. Around a Lea Pepe screen. Steps into a straightaway three. It's short. Rebound taken by Shelton on the offensive end. Lions will work with a second opportunity with 15 on the shot clock as Quintana, again around a screen, works inside the arc, kicks it right corner for Shelton. Pump fake and drive, picks up the dribble. Back out for Marble with the shot clock winding down to 4. Marble has to create something out of nothing, gets to the rim and does just that. Quan Marble, the impressive drive. That's been kind of his bread and butter in his early Lions career. And LMU leads 8-2 here with 15:09 to go in this first half.
Marble averaging just over 5 per game, and that's that physicality we were talking about. He's not afraid of contact inside.
Drive, picks up the dribble. Back out for Marble. High floater in the lane is a beauty from Jawaun Daniels. Mentioned the SWAC preseason player of the year. To the rim and does just for all first team as well. Averaging about 13 points per ball game after 15 a year ago as Eli Scott strong inside with the left hand as he got a little bit of space with that bump of the shoulder and then finishes with the off hand as he's so prone to do. 10-4 Lions, 14.5 to go in the first half.
That's what makes Eli Scott's game so dangerous.
Jawaun Daniels back-to-back buckets. Mentioned he was quiet momentarily, no longer. As a prolific scorer out of Harlem, New York, able to score 5 in a row. It's 10-7 LMU with 14:10 to go in the first half. Cam Shelton, center of the floor. On the drive, kicks to Lea Pepe. Thought about the three instead. Rumbles down the lane. Good head fake, but not before he shuffled the feet for a travel. Second turnover of the ball game. We'll give it back to the Panthers. We had a timeout on the floor. 10-7 Lions here in the WCC Network. We'll be back. And welcome back, everybody. Jesse Cass and Jonathan Grace here with you courtside out of the timeout. 14 minutes to play in this first half, and LMU with a 10-7 lead over the Prairie View A&M Panthers as Jawaun Daniels off the catch goes up top for D'Angelo Ware. Now back to Daniels at the top of the key, slings it left wing. Cox with a three ball on the way. That's off the mark and then knocked out of bounds off of the Panthers. Dwayne Cox couldn't knock it down. Lions will get the ball back. For LMU, it's Joe Quintana, Lamage Lewis in for the first time, Quan Marble, Eli Scott, and Alex Merkvalade in for the first time as well. And the Panthers counter with D'Angelo Ware, Dwayne Cox, along with Marquedrick Bell, Jawaun Daniels, and Jeremiah Kendall as a whistling of fouls. The Lions brought it up the floor. Foul will go against D'Angelo Ware. First personal, third team foul for the Panthers. The Lions will inbound with a fresh 30. 13:37 to go in this first half, and the Lions in front by 3 as the freshman Lamage Lewis controls. Dangerous pass, ricochets into the official and then into the hands of Quintana. And the Lions now look to operate in the half court. Merkvalade to Eli Scott, left post. Backing down from the three-point line, down to the left block, up top from Merkvalade. Nice extra pass to Lewis, open three. Trevian, Lamage Lewis on the right wing, cashes it in. And the Lions lead 13-7, a little over 13 minutes to play in this first half.
And I love seeing the aggression, the early take from Lamage Lewis, bouncing back from an errant pass and confidently taking the three.
And Lewis with a nice deflection results in a steal as Marble brings it up the floor. And he'll get tripped up and fouled coming up the near sideline. Be the second personal on D'Angelo Ware. Fourth team foul for the Panthers. Both teams continue to substitute in rapid-fire fashion. Gary Harris and Damian Douglas back in for the Lions. I see the return of Jeremiah Gambrell. Also the first appearance of Christian Guess into the ball game for the Panthers as well.
Been really enjoying Gary Harris Jr.'s play so far this season.
Merkvalade off the mark on the three. The Panthers come away with a rebound. Dwayne Cox on the dribble, covered by Harris. Goes up top for Christian Guest, now left wing for Dwayne Cox. Down the lane, tips it up for Marquedrick Bell. Couldn't get it to go at the doorstep, but an offensive rebound wrestled away by Jeremiah Kendall. And another look here for the Panthers as Gambrell controls on the right wing, well behind the arc. It's a high screen from Bell, and it's going to be an illegal screen. Marquedrick Bell just kind of gave that extra oomph into the screen, a little bit too much. The ball will go to the Lions on turnover number 4 for Prairie View A&M.
The Panthers have yet to score a field goal in just a little bit over 2 minutes here, and LMU did a great job recovering defensively on that last possession. They were a little bit out of shape off the rebound. Everyone was crowded around the key. Prairie View did a good job to kick it outside, and LMU was able to recover, come away with it.
Jock Hughes into the ball game for the first time for the Panthers as the Lions looking to break some pressure. A dangerous pass from Lamage Lewis is an errant one, stolen away by the Panthers. And a drive to the rim. It's going to be a blocking foul on the Lions as bodies go tumbling on the floor. That'll be free throws. The foul is going to go against Quan Marble. Marble, Lewis, and a few others were in the vicinity, but Marble was the one who tried to slide in to take the charge. So it'll be free throws for Christian Guess, 6'7" junior from Cleveland, Ohio, transfer from North Idaho College most recently, played his freshman year at Missouri. And misfires on the first free throw.
We talked already tonight about Lamage Lewis and the impact that he's had on this program already in his first season, but defensively, you mentioned he was in the vicinity, Jesse, and he swooped in, tried to make the block. Did a good job of avoiding any contact. Unfortunately, didn't make contact with the ball either.
Guess misses both free throws, but able to get his own rebound. And then a whistle and a foul is going to go against Lamage Lewis and the Lions. So we have always talked about the cardinal sin of not fouling a jump shooter. Another one not boxing out the shooter on a free throw. And Christian Guess has his perplexing troubles at the line continue. He's now 0 for 8 on the year at the free throw line. Prairie View A&M with another opportunity on this possession. 12:06 to go in the first half. LMU 13, Prairie View A&M 7.
Hasn't been an incredibly clean game on either side, though. Obviously, we've seen the big three from Douglas, the big three from Quintana, the big one from Lewis, but both teams still dialing in early on.
It's Jeremiah Gambrell Jr. over to Jawaun Daniels. Now to Kendall, driving down the right side of the lane, pushes up the floater off the mark, and then a loose ball foul on the rebound will go against the Panthers once again. It'll be the second personal on Marquedrick Bell. 16 foul. It'll be Lion ball. We come back from the timeout on the floor. Lions lead 13-7, 11:55 to go on the WCC network. Welcome back, everybody. Jesse Cass and Jonathan Grace here with you at Gerson Pavilion. 6-point lead for the Lions, 13-7. Just under 12 minutes to play in this first half as the Lions bring it up the floor left to right. Lamage Lewis, Quan Marvel, Gary Harris, Damian Douglas, and Alex Merkvalade, the five, as Merkvalade gets the entry pass from Lewis, trying to operate in a crowded post and has it swiped away and stolen by Jeremiah Kendall. Turnover number 4 for the Lions. And that'll be quickly reciprocated and given back by the Panthers. A shuffle of feet and a travel from Jock Hughes will be turnover number 5 for the Panthers. And the two teams trade miscues, and the Lions get the ball back here with 11:29 to go in this first half. Score remains 13-7 LMU.
And Prairie View A&M at the moment 0 for their last 4. 3 turnovers in the last 3 minutes.
Gary Harris, top of the key, goes to Damian Douglas. Driving, spinning down the right side, blocked on the way up. Rebound batted out toward midcourt and into the hands of the Lions. Cam Shelton over to Joe Quintana, who just checked back into the ball game. Over to Shelton on the right side. Zone defense here for Panthers. Nice drive and kick from Merkvalade to Shelton. 3-ball on the way is off the mark. Shelton now 0 for 3, all from long distance. And the Panthers work right to left with the basketball. As Jawaun Daniels controls top of the key. Back in the hands of Daniels on the left wing. Relocated for the left wing 3, and that's nothing but net for the senior from Harlem. Mentioned the preseason conference player of the year as a block shot. Harris tried to go quick and got rebuked by Jeremiah Kendall. Panthers back the other way. Stan Johnson looks on, less than pleased. Dwayne Cox on the left wing, covered by Harris. Driving down the middle of the lane, bumped and fouled on the drive. It'll be the first personal on Harris on the floor. 15 foul for the Lions. Eli Scott and Kelly Leapepe return to the ball game, as does Darrell Roberts for Prairie View A&M, and now Brian Miles as well.
Interested to see, Jesse, if this is another one of those nights where Eli Scott is maybe going to focus on facilitation more in the first half and open up his offensive game more in the second. Either way, LMU could benefit from a little Eli Scott action inside.
Scott, who had a strong performance in the comeback win against SMU, averaging a little over 13 points and 6 rebounds. He averaged 18 points and 8 rebounds a ball game a year ago, as Jawaun Daniels straightaway 3 is good again. Timeout called by Stan Johnson and the Lions. It's a 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it right here on the floor. 10 minutes and 10 seconds to go in this first half of play. We're all knotted up at 13. A 6-0 run, personal run from Jawaun Daniels. He has 11 of the 13 points for Prairie View A&M. So after not looking for a shot for the first 2-3 minutes of the ball game, he's been very aggressive and has not missed. 4 of 4 with 3 3-pointers for the senior.
And already with 10 minutes left in the first, he's already up into double digits, and he's helped turn what was a 3.5-minute scoring drought into a 6-0 scoring run over 37 seconds. And LMU, on the meanwhile, has not been able to find the net in about 3 minutes. So the Lions and their offense have stagnated just a little bit after some early proliferation from 3.
The Lions started 5 of 9. They've missed their last 4 field goals as they try to quickly strike out of the timeout. Got a beautiful play to get Douglas at the rim, but he overshot it. And a rebound taken by the Panthers, who look out at the scoreboard on the other side. Luckily, just a little bit out of the reach of the LMU media and game staff on the other side of the floor, but a turnover for the Panthers. It's their 6th. Ball back to the Lions, who are trying to break out of a scoring drought of over 3 minutes. They're 0 for their last 5 from the field. Damian Douglas, dangerous pass, swiped away by Dwayne Cox. Works one-on-one against Quintana, counted and a foul. And appropriately flexing on the play. What a finish there from Dwayne Cox. Quintana did a nice job to try to stay as vertical as possible, but a lot of contact and a chance for an old-fashioned 3-point play. 8-0 run in just under a minute's time, and the Panthers have their first lead of the ball game.
With Dwayne Cox, who else leads the Panthers in steals with 16 on the season. Able to take one away and convert it into a fantastic finish, as you mentioned, Jesse.
So Cox, the sophomore from Ripley, Mississippi, and transfer from East Mississippi Community College, where he averaged a little over 11 points per ball game. So 1 out of 2 on the year at the free throw line, and misses that one. A rebound taken by Lea Pepe. Score 15-13 in favor of the Panthers. Lions without a basket in nearly 4 minutes as Quan Marble wheels down the baseline, feeds beautifully to Eli Scott, who lays it in and brings an end to the drought for the Lions. Ties it up at 15 with 9.5 to go in this first half.
You'd like to see Eli Scott making those little aggressive moves inside the lane early in the ball game.
The Panthers swinging around the perimeter into the hands of Darrell Roberts. Tough fall-away jumper in the lane, off the mark. Rebound taken by Quintana, looking to run. He races up the floor, weaving through defenders, and turns it over in traffic as Panthers in transition. Right wing 3 for Daniels, no. Tip Dunkatev, no good by Cox on an impressive effort, but couldn't finish it down. He got hung on the rim, and now the Lions find an open Lea Pepe for 3, in and out, no good. Offensive board by Scott. Kicks out to Quintana. Thought about the 3, puts it on the deck. Down the lane, left-handed floater, no good, but he's fouled as he took a bump and hit the floor.
I love the awareness in the ball movement so far from LMU on that drive. Scott could have taken a shot in traffic and had a wide open Lea Pepe. Saw it just barely out of his peripheral vision. It was a good shot attempt by Lea Pepe, and Scott did a good job of rebounding, setting up Quintana, who in his own right used some situational awareness to draw the foul.
Joe Quintana to the free throw line. First free throw is good. I mentioned this last game as well, and it didn't bring out the broadcaster's jinx, but don't shoot the messenger. Joe Quintana is 100% from the free throw line on the season, 16 for 16. And we'll look to keep that going here at the line with one more upcoming. Second free throw for Quintana is good, so Quintana is so hot, he's averse to the broadcaster's jinx. He's 2 for 2 at the line. Lions lead by 2, 17-15, 8:43 to go in this first half.
Yeah, notably in LMU's comeback win earlier in the week, LMU also did not miss a field goal that game. A free throw, I should say.
A face-up jumper from Brian Miles is perfect. He makes it 17 all, and had Jonathan to that point about the free throw line. In the loss against Florida State, the Lions missed 9 free throws. They really cleaned that up with a perfect night at the line against SMU. Drive and kick, Quintana to Lea Pepe. Fabian, right corner 3 ball is good, and the Lions lead by 3, 20-17, 8:09 to go in the half.
And finally, there's that Leia Pepe three. He had a wide open look at it earlier on and nailing that one from the corner.
A nice feed inside from Darrell Roberts. Drops it off for Brian Miles. And a timeout called by Prairie View A&M on the made basket before the Lions could run out. We'll keep that right here on the floor. 7:56 to go in this first half of play. And the Lions lead by 1, 20-19. So after slow start for Prairie View A&M, they've found their offense. Lions in turn had their drought and trying to break out of it now with a couple of free throws and a made three-pointer. And we've got a close one, 1-point lead for the Lions, 20-19.
Well, close, you mentioned, Jesse, the shooting numbers from the field all but confirmed that. LMU at 41%, Prairie View tonight at 42%. It's been 30% from downtown for LMU, who's had a number of good looks and have found 4 of them here tonight. Or 3, I should say, 3 for 10. And Prairie View A&M, on the other hand, 3 for 7 is good for 43%. So both teams using the long ball to good effect. Joe Quintana, as we mentioned, leads the Lions at 19.2 points per game, one of the best three-point shooters in the country. And Eli Scott already up to 4 points as well. And he's starting to work pretty well inside in just 9 minutes of play.
And for the Lions, they're led by Quintana's 5 points. Mentioned Scott with 4, Leia Pepe, Douglas, and Lewis all with 3, and Quan Marble with 2. For Prairie View A&M, it's been the Jawaun Daniels show, 11 points on 4 of 5 from the field. Brian Miles has 4, and a couple other players, and Dwayne Cox and Jeremiah Kendall, have each chipped in 2. But certainly for the Lions defensively, the game plan will be how to contain Jawaun Daniels, the senior from Harlem, New York. Mentioned the Southwest Athletic Conference preseason player of the year pick and also a first-team selection. He averaged 15 points and 6 rebounds a year ago, on a similar trajectory this year. The Lions will have it out of the timeout. Cam Shelton, Joe Quintana, Quan Marble, Eli Scott, and Kelly Leia Pepe. They face a man-to-man defense for the Panthers. Eli Scott on the left block, stumbling, trying to get rid of it, but lost it. And a loose ball taken by the Panthers. Darrell Roberts gets to the free throw line, stop and pop jumper. Off the mark, good box out from Leia Pepe, and Marble cleans up the mess on the rebound. As Eli Scott was very upset about a no call in that previous possession. Quan Marble, trap, tried to find Scott, but instead threw it away. And here come the Panthers in transition. Daniels along the right sideline out to his teammate, Jeremiah Gambrell. Gambrell Jr. crossing over past Quintana. Down the lane, feeds off on the nice cut and flip layup from Christian Guess. The Panthers creep back in front by 1, 21-20. We approach 7 minutes to play in this first half.
Yeah, the Panthers looking very, very good inside. We mentioned the 3-ball working for them, but their finesse and ball movement inside the paint has been spectacular tonight.
Eli Scott on left wing, looking for Shelton. Pass out of his reach, but into the hands of Leia Pepe. Knocked away, and then off the fingertips of Leia Pepe out of bounds. Turnover number 9 for the Lions. 6:45 to go in the half, and the Lions trail by 1.
Stan Johnson was trying to argue his case to the official, but not so. They had a good look at it, said it rolled off the fingertips of Kelly.
Darrell Roberts being guarded tightly by Shelton, who, too aggressive on the perimeter, will pick up his second personal. Team foul number 6 on the Lions. The next one would put them in the penalty. Actually make that team foul number 7, so that will be free throws for Prairie View A&M. 1-1 for Darrell Roberts. Senior from Dallas, Texas, leading the team at a little over 14 points per ball game. 68% free throw shooter, will shoot 1-1. The front end free throw is good. (22-20). Panthers in front of the Lions. 6.5 to play here in this first half.
Really, the story of the last minute and a half or so has been LMU's 3 turnovers. They've given Prairie View plenty of opportunities to take the lead, and they have.
9 first half turnovers for the Lions. Just 5 points off of those turnovers for the Panthers, but we saw an 8-0 run earlier. Now a 6-0 run for the Panthers as Joe Quintana left to right. And over the hands of Lamage Lewis as Lions look to break another little scoring drought. Nice feed inside for Eli Scott. And a goaltending as he got the ball up on the glass. It'll put the Lions back within one and halt that 6-0 run. 23-22, Lions trail by 1.
Now here's where LMU has to try to pivot and come back from this and start generating some offense of their own. 1 possession ball game, 1 point ball game. Eli Scott nearly had it there. He's working well tonight with 6 points so far. Leads anybody on the Lions roster, but Joe Quintana not too far behind with 5.
Stop and pop from Darrell Roberts. Lea Pepe tried to stay straight up, but could not prevent himself from picking up his second personal foul, and Roberts will go back to the line as frustrated Stan Johnson looks on. 6:03 to go in this first half. Panthers in front by 1. First free throw from Roberts is good. Alex Mercolade and Damian Douglas back on the floor for the Lions, and Jock Hughes, along with Jeremiah Kendall, back on the floor for the Panthers.
Kelly Leapepe getting a little coaching from Stan Johnson and company on the sidelines as he takes a break.
Second free throw from Roberts is good as well. 25-22, 6:03 to go in this first half. Lions trail by 3. 2-1-2, full court pressure from the Panthers. Lamage Lewis trying to spin away, poked away. Out of bounds, it'll stay Lion basketball with 5:56 to play here in this first half. First half, despite the Lions shooting 44%, kind of been ground to a halt here due to those turnovers for the Lions and fouling on the other end. Lions look to regain some of the rhythm we saw earlier in the half. Eli Scott on the entry pass, hacked in the left post, tried Jock Hughes. First personal, 8th team foul will send Eli Scott to the line.
Jesse, to your point there, the offense for both sides not really picking up much at the moment. A lot of free throws off fouls and things like that, but remember back to the start of this game, we were scoreless for the better part of 3 minutes.
Scott knocks down the front end of the 1-and-1. It's been a first half of ebbs and flows in terms of the efficiency offensively. Scott raised his free throw percentage from 57% to 68% with a great night at the line against SMU. Makes his first, has one more to come here with 5:46 to go in this first half. Second free throw, good as well. Lions back within 1, 25-24. 5:45 to go in the half as Panthers work right to left. Darrell Roberts, step back, straightaway 3 ball is good. Impressive move from Roberts, nodding his head on the way back down the floor as he's starting to get a little bit of a rhythm. That's his first field goal of the ball game, but he hit those 4 free throws to see that ball go through the net. And a 4-point advantage for the Panthers, their largest lead of this first half, 28-24. 5:20 to go in this first half. Lamage Lewis picks up the dribble that nearly threw it away as picking up that dribble allowed Jawaun Daniels to sag off and double on Eli Scott and then deflect the entry pass. Lions will inbound along the near sideline with 5:12 remaining in the half and 11 to shoot on the shot clock. Douglas to cue it in for the Lions, and a whistle and a foul away from the basketball. It'll be on Jeremiah Kendall. Second personal, 9th team foul. That'll send the Lions back to the line. 1-and-1 opportunity for Eli Scott once again. The Lions trailing by 4.
Whenever the Lions are able to get the ball in their hands again, it'll be an important offensive drive to try to make sure they can even things up or potentially take the lead before the closing minutes of the half.
Second free throw from Scott, good as well. Eli Scott, after the relatively slow start, now paces the Lions with 10 points in this first half. First line in double figures. The Lions trail by 2, 28-26, 5:05 to go in half number 1. Terrell Roberts covered by Damian Douglas. Near side wing to Dwayne Cox. Down the lane, double clutching and finishing inside. A quick slicing drive diagonally from Dwayne Cox. Makes it a 4-point Panther lead, 30-26. 4:47 to go in the half as the Lions weave it around the perimeter. Merkbalade flat-footed at the U of the LMU logo. Work at left post for Eli Scott. Works away from a triple team, then just rushed the shot inside. Rebound picked up by the Panthers. Will Douglas racing up the floor. Trying to drop it inside for Jawaun Daniels. Knocked away by Lewis. Out of bounds. It'll stay Panther basketball.
Good awareness by Lewis, though, to swoop in defensively and try to disrupt the play. It would have been pretty much an easy dump and shoot right in front of the hoop, and Lamont Lewis able to at least let the Lions defense reset.
The inbounds from Roberts finds an open Gambrel for 3 in the left corner. Left it short, rebound collected inside by Merkbalade. Now the Lions look to push on the quick outlet to Lamont Lewis. Crossing over down the right side. Picks up the dribble, pivots away, and tosses to Eli Scott. Now works it back up top for Merkbalade. Hands off for Douglas with 15 on the shot clock as they'll now hand to Lewis. Pressure defense from the Panthers. Douglas goes back door and then tried to drop it off for Scott. Pass deflected away by Gambrel. It'll stay Lion basketball with 9 seconds to shoot on the shot clock. 4:03 remaining here in this first half.
That can be so tough. Douglas had a good idea. How many times in the past have we seen that idea work from him? The defender just cut him off.
Lewis was running out of time, trying to get it into Merkbalade and threw it away. 2-on-1 for the Panthers. And Jawaun Daniels hacked and fouled by Merkbalade to prevent the layup. It'll be free throws for the Panthers when we come back from the timeout on the floor. Lions trail 30-26, 3:58 to go here in this first half.
Fans, be on the lookout for upcoming home matches here at LMU. Your LMU women's basketball team returns to Gersten Pavilion on Sunday, December 12th at 2 p.m. to take on the UC Riverside Highlanders and your LMU men's basketball.
.358 to go here in this first half of play. Prairie View A&M with a 4-point lead over the LMU Lions, 30-26. Jesse Cass and Jonathan Grace here with you at Gersten Pavilion as the Panthers will go back to the free throw line, looking to add to their advantage. And Jonathan, after a slow start for Prairie View A&M, they've hit 5 of their last 7 from the field, 46% for the ball game, and it's really been the two-man show of the two guys you would expect in both Jawaun Daniels and Terrell Roberts, their 2 top scorers on the year.
Yeah, and LMU just hasn't quite seemed to be able to find an answer for them yet. They have started to open up Scott's game, but remember, his last 4 points have come from the charity stripe, so LMU's defense still in the phase of adapting, and their offense still kind of in the phase of trying to figure out what's going to work tonight against the Panthers.
Daniels knocks down a pair of free throws and makes it a 6-point lead for the Panthers. Their largest lead of the ball game as LMU looking to close out the half strong. Quintana with Shelton, Douglas, Scott, and Merkvilade as Quintana over to Merkvilade. Open left wing three on the way is off the iron. The rebound corralled underneath by Christian Guest. Quickly ahead to Gambrell, finds Daniels, right wing three, in and out, no good. Quintana up high for the rebound. Now quickly zips the outlet to Douglas, weaving down the lane and finishing with the nice extension with the one-handed layup. And Damian Douglas with his second field goal. Lions back to within 4. 32-28, 3:22 to play in the half.
And there's the smooth operation from Damian Douglas that we're used to seeing.
Jawaun Daniels now covered by Douglas. Trying to cross over to get free. Floats it up along the baseline. No good. Tip follow is good from Dwayne Cox. Excellent timing as Douglas! Oh my goodness! Damian Douglas put it on a poster and hang it up high. What a dunk from Douglas off the made basket from Prairie View A&M, just forcefully to the rim. What a jam. And it's official. Douglas is back and in a big way.
Boy, if that's not proof that Damian Douglas has not missed a single step, I don't know what is. He's going to get a chance to try to extend the numbers as well from the stripe, but Damian Douglas, after a beautiful smooth floater with the aggressive and violent dunk, Damian Douglas, oh boy, it's good to have him back, Jesse.
Wow, foul was on Brian Miles, his second, as Douglas will try to complete the three-point play, and does. Cuts the lead in half and makes it a three-point game, 34-31. Terrell Robertson, left baseline, dribbles out to the left wing behind the arc. Now works it over opposite side in the hands of Jawaun Daniels. Back to Roberts, top of the key. Shot clock at 15 for the Panthers. Gambrell met on the switch by Leah Pepe with 10 to shoot. Crossing over, down the middle of the lane, drops underneath for Daniels. Left the layup long, gets his own rebound, and fouled on the way back up. Foul will be the third personal on Leah Pepe. Well, the Lions had good initial defense, but couldn't clean up the rebound underneath, and it'll lead to more free throws for the Panthers. They've missed 4 of them, but these will be attempts number 11 and 12 in this first half for Prairie View A&M.
And Kelly Leapepe, 3 personal fouls in 11 minutes, just 1 made 3. And the officials, I think, are going to talk something over, maybe just confer that last foul was indeed as it was called on the court. Kelly Leapepe certainly arguing his case. Stan Johnson was incensed on the sideline, still trying to argue his case.
Yeah, still letting the officials know his displeasure. Mention the officials tonight: Mark Beasley, Ian Caldwell, and Toby Doolittle. 34-31 lead for the Panthers as they'll go back to the free throw line with 2:35 to go, as the officials will take a look at the monitor to make sure that foul is indeed on Leah Pepe. The Lions trail by 3. How about that dunk from Damian Douglas, since we have a time to talk about it once more. It's not the first time we've seen it from Damian, but it is the first time since the return to injury we've seen that level of explosion, and quite a sight to see for the Lions.
And you know what I love from Damian Douglas, and you know, not only just personally as a fan, but also just from a health standpoint, you know, coming back from an injury like he did, that can be really difficult. You sometimes can come back, but you're maybe not be the same explosive player that you used to be. And Damian Douglas, really from the get-go, was juking and jiving, making smooth moves inside. He's running hard. He's playing good defense. And he's not afraid of the contact offensively, too. He has not missed a step. And if you would have told me that Douglas was never out at any point, I'd believe you. Damian Douglas has been electric here tonight.
Gary Harris Jr. in for Kelly Leapepe. Foul was indeed on the Lion Jr. So he'll go to the bench with those 3 personal fouls. Douglas up and down on a pair of free throws. Jock Hughes back in for the Panthers, and Daniels will get a breather. 36-31, 5-point lead for Prairie View A&M. 2:30 to go in the half as Lions break some pressure, and then a ticky-tack reach-in foul just in front of the Panther bench, and now Byron Smith is unhappy with the officials, so both teams have had their displeasure. Now a chance for 2 free throws on over 10 team fouls for the Panthers. Gary Harris Jr. to the line. He's only attempted 2 free throws on the season. He's 1 out of 2.
And here's where I think in this first half in particular, if the offense isn't coming incredibly easy for LMU, capitalizing on any opportunity you can find at the stripe, as Harris Jr. does a good job of, is going to be crucial, Jesse.
Yeah, certainly. We mentioned the pace of this ball game is kind of slowed down due to all the turnovers and fouls on both sides. But Harris knocks down the first, has 1 more. Sophomore transfer from Siena College. Knocks down a pair. The Lions back within 3, 36-33. The Panthers quickly race into the front court. Lions get back defensively. Shelton, Quintana, Douglas, Scott, and Harris, the 5. Gambrell has it on the right wing near the Lions sideline. Crossing over against Scott. Races past, gets down the left side, kicks it up top for Jawaun Daniels. Daniels cut off on the dribble by Douglas. Might have gotten away with a walk, but Jeremiah Gambrell on the near sideline had a foot on the sideline. Turnover for the Panthers will give it back to the Lions with 2:05 to go, and the Lions trailing by 3.
Bit of a bailout. Prairie View A&M has looked so fast on their off-ball movement, and it's caught the Lions sleeping on a couple of occasions. They've left some wide-open 3s or long-range 2s. LMU looking to bounce back offensively. It's a 1-possession ball game.
LMU works left to right. Joe Quintana trying to bounce it to Scott. Kick ball. LMU will inbound along the far sideline in front of the Panther bench. Gary Harris looks over to the opposite sideline to get the play call from his head coach, Stan Johnson, and tosses in to Douglas, center of the floor. Over to Eli Scott on the left wing. Quickly double teamed and now works one-on-one against Daniels. Double team come once again and a steal. And then stepping out of bounds off the steal is going to be Will Douglas. It was a nice play by Douglas to come in at the last second after the first double team had left to swipe that basketball away, but turned it right back over. The Lions get it back, fortunately, with 1:47 to play and still trailing by 3. Eli Scott over to Joe Quintana, guarded closely by Dwayne Cox. Goes up top for Harris, had it swiped away and stolen by Douglas again. Racing down the floor, blocked at the rim, but a foul. As Douglas tried for his own poster, Harris with the good attempt to get back and try to block it. He will pick up his second personal foul. And Will Douglas, with a couple of strong defensive plays, will earn a trip to the free throw line to try to get on the board for his first points of the night.
Yeah, and Douglas is really not seen a ton of minutes in this ball game, just barely checking in. But had a great opportunity there.
Knocks down the first free throw. Will Douglas, ironically a transfer from SMU, the team the Lions just played a few days ago. And goes 1 out of 2 at the line. Made the first, missed the second. Eli Scott had the rebound knocked away, but it'll be Lion basketball nonetheless. 1:30 to go here in this first half. LMU trailing by 4. Shelton tosses head to Eli Scott. He'll spin into the front court, down the lane, wildly throws it up. No, gets his own follow and puts it in on the second effort. Eli Scott stays with it, and the Lions within 2, 37-35, 1:15 to go in the half.
If you're a fan of Eli Scott, you know he's not just a great shooter, he's not just fast inside, but he's a great rebounder as well. And a one-man band offensively on that last point.
We approach 1 minute to play. Darrell Roberts lost his footing, lost the ball, and now the Lions have numbers. Eli Scott in a foot race, Euro step, missed the layup, got recovered by Harris, but he's blocked at the rim. And now here comes Prairie View A&M on a missed opportunity by the Lions. It's a 3-on-1, and the Lions could not capitalize as Darrell Roberts aggressively inside, couldn't finish. but it's knocked out of bounds off of the Lions. The officials are going to discuss it, and they are going to overturn it. So the Lions will get it back with 42.6 seconds to go in the half and still trailing by 2.
Cam Shelton had a great view of it. He seemed pretty confident that the Lions should have come away with that one. Let the officials hear about it, and once they confirmed the call, it is Lions ball.
Scott tosses into Quintana. Quickly back to Scott. Up ahead, left corner for Gary Harris. He'll wait for some reinforcements and kicks it out back straight away for Joe Quintana. Out of Cam Shelton. 18 on the shot clock. 30 seconds remain in the half. And Harris on the handoff for Quintana. Fouled once again about 35 feet from the basket. Foul is going to go on Jock Hughes for his second. It'll be Joe Quintana who is the man who is fouled. He'll step to the line with 25.9 seconds to go here in this first half.
Quintana had me nervous there that the first miss was coming.
Quintana entered the game, as we mentioned earlier, 15 of 15 at the line. He's 3 of 3 tonight. And one more free throw upcoming for the Lion senior guard. And stays perfect at the stripe. Quintana should be Shelton who will check out now. Quan Marble in the ball game. We're all tied at 37. 26 seconds to go in the half. The Panthers can hold for the final shot of the first frame with the shot clock turned off. Darrell Roberts, center of the floor, covered by Quintana. Both teams well over the double bonus. No fouls to give either way. Gambrell for Cox standing straight away. Now left wing to Roberts. Met on the switch by Douglas with 8 on the game clock. Over left side for Will Douglas. Drive and kick to Jawaun Daniels. Right corner 3 is good. And that is the way the first half will end, with the Panthers taking a 3-point lead into the locker room, as Jawaun Daniels 18 points in that first half of play. And we'll be joined by head coach Stan Johnson, who will talk with us here at halftime. Right now. And welcome back, everybody. Jesse Cass and Jonathan Grace here with you as we open up the second half of play. Lions trail 40-37 at the break, as Darrell Roberts over to Jawaun Daniels. Right wing 3 is good again, and Daniels absolutely on fire. 5 of 7 from downtown, 6 of 10 from the field. And it's a 43-37 lead for Prairie View A&M, as Cam Shelton chopped down as he drives down the right side of the lane. Personal foul will keep it with the Lions. 19:28 to go in this second half, just underway in half number 2. The Lions trail by 6, matching the largest deficit of the ball game. Eli Scott on the entry, gets inside, layup swirls off the iron. Offensive board by Shelton, goes back up and draws a foul. And Cam Shelton will earn a trip to the line to shoot 2, with the Lions trailing by 6.
Yeah, well done there by Cam Shelton to get the little garbage pickup goal. You saw how many times Cam Shelton was double, triple, quadruple clutching, and Eli Scott went up with his own fair share of attempts, but good awareness by the Lions to try to give themselves a little extra opportunity and get on the board here in the second.
That foul was on Darrell Roberts. That's his third. And Cam Shelton connects on the first free throw. Will shoot one more. Second free throw from Shelton is good as well, and makes it a 4-point game. 43-39. 40 seconds gone by here in this second half of play.
LMU still perfect tonight from the charity stripe, 14 for 14.
Yeah, quite the turnaround we mentioned from that Florida State game, where the Lions were 7 of 16 from the free throw line. They dish inside for Jeremiah Kendall, and an offensive foul. Just a slight use of that off arm and shoulder. Third personal on Kendall. Second team foul in short order on the Panthers. And ball back to the Lions with 19:03 to go here in the second half. As a quick outlet to Leah Pepe, right corner 3 is strong, and the rebound taken underneath by Jeremiah Gambrell. Darrell Roberts, top of the key. Holds the ball high above his head after picking up the dribble. Comes near side to Jawaun Daniels. 21 points and still over 18 minutes to play. As the ball works back up top to Roberts. Over to Daniels once again. Well, stop and pop jumper, tried to sell the foul. He wanted one, didn't get the call. And play goes back the other way. Quintana had it deflected. And the rebound taken, or loose ball, taken by the Lions as Damian Douglas to Joe Quintana. Back to Douglas, thought about the three. Now trying to work down the right baseline, and a bump and a foul on Brian Miles. Be his third and third team foul for the Panthers.
And Jesse, defensively, Prairie View is doing such a good job of recognizing and respecting the threat that Joe Quintana is. They're covering him out so far. The Lions, despite their good ball movement, haven't really been able to find him much of an opportunity.
Yeah, credit certainly the Panthers after a slow start for them. They've been very aggressive in dictating the pace of play as Douglas spinning inside and drawing a foul. Foul is on Jawaun Daniels, his second, and make it 5 quick team fouls on the Panthers in less than...
Damian Douglas trying to extend his impact tonight.
As Douglas knocks down the first of 2 free throws. And one more upcoming for the redshirt junior. Second free throw for Douglas, off the mark. Rebound batted out of bounds. It's going to be off of the Panthers. Oh, Kelly Leapepe, despite those 3 fouls, staying active on the glass. And the Lions will extend the possession and look to cut into a 3-point Panther lead, 43-40. 18-10 to go in this second half as Brian Miles back in for Marquedrick Bell. Shelton tosses in, top of the key for Damian Douglas, looking to enter in the left post for Scott, and another
Did you guys say you guys can't hear each other?
whistle and a foul. It'll be the 6th team foul on the Panthers.
And so far, LMU has been able to get close, but not really tie or take the lead, and they'd be looking to do that with some urgency here early in the second half.
So just like that, less than 2 minutes, the Panthers are in the penalty as Eli Scott working on the right block against Miles, muscles him under the rim and lays it in. Eli Scott, 5 of 8 from the field, 14 points, and the Lions just like that are back within 1, 43-42 with 17:47 to go here in the second half of play.
Here we go, the Lions with a chance for a good defensive stand if they can keep it. They say that good defense inspires good offense, and LMU will certainly be hoping that's true here tonight.
They try to keep the defense rolling. Nice feed inside for Miles. Blocked from behind by Shelton. Eli Scott couldn't control the rebound, but what a nice defensive recovery from Cam Shelton at 6'2" to block the 6'7" Miles underneath. Now the Panthers left with just 4 seconds to shoot on the shot clock.
LMU and their defensive stand has to continue here. 4 on the shot clock. What can the Lions do?
That'll be Jock Hughes to inbound. They'll toss it out. Well behind the arc to Gambrell. Looks up at the clock. Sees he has to fire. Lets a 3 go. And the long rebound on the miss off the front iron taken by Leapepe. And the Lions working to the front court with Quintana steps into a straightaway 3. TBN! Joe Quintana knocks down the 3 ball. And the Lions regain the lead, 45-43. 17:05 to go in the half.
And that's the impact that Joe Quintana has on this team. Answers when called upon.
Quintana, 2 of 3 from downtown, continuing his sizzling hot pace from 3-point range. A shot clock once again, winding down on the Panthers. Jawaun Daniels left corner 3, that's good. And a 30-second timeout called by Prairie View A&M. It'll extend into a full timeout, so we'll step aside as well. 16:41 to go in this second half of play. Panthers lead the Lions by 1, 46-45 of the WCC Network. Can you hear in yours yet? .41 to go in this second half of play. And a back and forth start to what's been a back and forth game. LMU trailing Prairie View A&M by 1, 46-45. Lions 8 points in the half on 2 of 4 from the field and 3 of 4 at the free throw line. And Prairie View A&M 6 points on 2 of 5 from the field. Both of those field goals have been 3-pointers. As Joe Quintana in the right corner had it stripped away, and a beautiful save and steal by Dwayne Cox. Has a nice outlet up ahead to Will Douglas, counted, and a foul. Tough finish inside as Quan Marble got the foul in the worst of that collision. Chance for an old-fashioned three-point play for Will Douglas.
Yeah, the Lions have to be careful here in the fouls department. We've seen this team get into foul trouble before. And they can't let them affect them too much tonight.
Douglas converts on the three-point play. And just like that, after the Lions had taken the lead back, a 6-0 run for Prairie View A&M to push their lead back up to 4. 49-45. 16:09 to go in the half. Eli Scott, aggressive drive, rebuked at the rim by Daniels. And the Panthers look to push once again. A drive and kick to the corner. Reset up top for Jeremiah Gambrell. Gambrell taking the dribble over to the right wing behind the arc, covered by Eli Scott. Hesitation drive, floats it up on the run. Well strong, rebound taken by Marble. And here come the Lions into the front court, looking to push with a 5-on-4 opportunity. Marble out of control and turns it over. Lost his footing, but really had nowhere to go on that one. That'll send us to a timeout on the floor. 15:42 to go in the half. Lions trail by 4 on the WCC Network. We'll be back.
The Lions Athletic Fund was created to help provide a transformational student-athlete experience, athletically, academically, and culturally for every LMU student-athlete. Your support allows
And welcome back, everybody. Jesse Cass and Jonathan Grace here with you at Gersten Pavilion. 15:41 to go in the second half, and the Panthers with a 4-point lead over the Lions, 49-45. It has been the Jawaun Daniels display for Prairie View A&M, 24 of their 49 points for the senior. The Lions trying to claw their way back as out of the timeout. Kelly Leapepe, great effort defensively, knocked it away. Thought he knocked it off of the Panthers, but it'll stay with Prairie View A&M. They'll inbound just in front of their bench on the far sideline.
And Kelly's got to be careful here, playing with 3 personal fouls in just 15 total minutes.
It's Marble, the hand check foul committed. Joe Quintana on the left elbow there, a little shaken up. He took a shot to the face running through a screen, trying to shake it off. It's Marble's personal foul is his 3rd, and team foul number 2 for the Lions. Damian Douglas back in as Marble takes a seat. The Christian Guest as he inbounds it into Will Douglas, and ball pops around the perimeter for Prairie View A&M. Jeremiah Gambrell, left wing, tosses out to Daniels. Another 3 on the way is good. Jawaun Daniels, 6 of 8 from downtown, 27, make it 7 of 9 from downtown, 27 points in the ball game. The lead up to 7 for the Panthers as Joe Quintana off the handoff, guarded tightly. Leapepe finds the cutting. Harris bumped on the drive, and a whistle and a foul will go on Will Douglas, his first. And team foul number 7 for the Panthers.
A lot more fouls committed tonight by the Panthers, but LMU, despite so far being 94% of the free throw line with just 1 miss tonight, is still trailing by a couple here, by 7 at the moment.
It's a 9-0 run for the Panthers. All from the 3-point line, and all from Jawaun Daniels with 27 points. More than half of the Prairie View total with 52. Right after the Lions had taken a 2-point lead on that Quintana 3. Harris ends that scoreless drought with the first free throw, misses the second. The Lions trail by 6, 52-46. 14:47 to go in this second half. Gambrell spinning on the left elbow. Cut off by Quintana, hands off to Daniels, glides to the rim and lays it in. And Jawaun Daniels continues to feast. 29 points, 9 of 14 from the field. Cam Shelton, impressive drive. Lions looking for more of that from Shelton. The transfer from Northern Arizona was a all Big Sky first team performer. That's his second field goal of the ball game. Lions once again trail by 6. Yeah. As Harris steps into the pass, and the Lions now with a free pass to the rim, and Damian Douglas notches another dunk on the belt. And turnover, defense to offense for the Lions, makes it 54-50 with 14 minutes to play.
I love that too. LMU formation flying all the way to the rim, had options on options. Gave it to Douglas for the big dunk for the second time tonight.
Lions trying to continue to dig in defensively. Gambrell got to the rim, made the shot, but wave it off. It's a traveling violation. Gambrell did kind of stumble and lose his footing. Well, the Lions will get the ball back on the 12th turnover of the night for the Panthers. Lions have 14 turnovers of their own. But both teams heating up offensively. They've both made 4 of their last 5 from the field. Lions trying to keep that trend going on this trip down the floor. Douglas bounces left post for Eli Scott. Covered by Daniels. Puts the ball on the deck, gets him under the rim, lays it up, counted, and a foul. Eli Scott, his first points of this second half, but he has 16 for the ball game. And a 9-0 run responded to by the Lions with a 6-0 run of their own as they try to add to that at the line.
Eli Scott tonight with 16 points, as you mentioned, Jesse. Scott as well, 4 rebounds and an assist just for bragging rights. And good things tend to happen for the Lions when Eli opens up his game early, and that's what he did in the first.
Free throw on the way, off the mark. Loose ball, Damian Douglas diving on the floor for it. And it's gonna be a foul on Douglas. That'll be his first personal, but great effort nonetheless from the Lion Junior. Panthers will get it back. 13:27 to go in this second half. Prairie View A&M in front by 2.
And Douglas's first personal foul, he can shake that one off. And the crowd led the officials here tonight in Gersten. They are just as excited as we are to see Damian Douglas back scrap it away here.
Panthers with the ball in that 2-point lead. Gambrell on left wing covered by Quintana around a Daniels screen. Douglas trying to blanket him as Daniels has caused a lot of trouble. He has to get rid of it there. Back to Gambrell. Guarded tightly by Quintana. Shot clock down to 5. Gambrell out to Darrell Roberts. 3 at the end of the shot clock. No. Follow is blocked and a shot clock violation. So the Lions picking up the intensity defensively. And the crowd shows their appreciation. And the Lions will have another opportunity now to tie or regain the lead. They go under 13 to play. Lions trailing 54-52.
LMU 3 for their last 3. Good for a 6-0 run and some great defense.
So the dime inside for Lea Pepe to Eli Scott, who lays it in again. And we're all tied at 54. 18 points for Scott to knot it up.
And that's how you crawl back a lead, Jesse. Knotted up, net 0. LMU on an 8-0 run. Looking for another big defensive stop.
A game of swings, 9 points, answered by 8 for the Panthers and the Lions. As a missed layup from Gambrell. Ball finds Daniels on the perimeter. Goes to the left elbow. Floater on the run is a feathery one. It drops in. And Daniels continues to simmer. 31 points. And the Panthers back in front, 56-54. 12:07 to go.
I'll tell you what, if there's one big primary focus defensively, it's 22 in black, and that should go without saying tonight.
Lea Pepe and Darrell Roberts getting physical with each other. Head coach Byron Smith very upset with Roberts for a couple reasons. That's the 4th personal foul on Roberts, and it'll send Lea Pepe to the free throw line when we come back from the timeout on the floor. 11:55 to go. Lions trail by 2 on the WCC Network. We'll be back.
You can also follow LMU Athletics to get the inside.
And welcome back, everybody. Jesse Cass and Jonathan Grace here with you courtside at Gersten Pavilion. Lions will go to the free throw line out of the timeout. With the Panthers in front by 2, 56-54, 11:55 to play. And Jonathan, if the first 28 minutes and change is any indication, we should be in for quite the finish between these two teams battling it out over the final 11:55.
Yeah, Jesse, it has been nip and tuck the whole way, and despite a big lead from Prairie View A&M, LMU did a good job going on an 8-0 run to close that gap. And the Panthers do lead by just 1 now.
I mentioned the foul trouble where the Panthers picked up 17 fouls in the first 2 minutes of the half. They're now at 9, meaning any foul here on out through the final near 12 minutes of action will be an automatic 2 free throws for the Lions. So they have the opportunity to be very aggressive on the offensive end. Leia Pepe goes 2 for 2. We're tied at 56 as Douglas steps in the lane with the steal, and now the Lions look to run. Shelton to Douglas, had it stripped on the way up, and it's going to be a traveling violation. Should be a jump ball. And the officials are going to discuss now. It was a great defensive play, but it was definitely swiped out of Douglas's hands, and he came down with it.
And they are going to overturn it, give it to the Lions. Douglas firmly had both hands on the ball, and that was the basis of his argument.
The officials huddled up, got the call right. And now the Lions will inbound here with a near full shot clock to work with, as Cam Shelton working on the right wing, crossing over, down the lane to the rim, stripped on the way up by, once again, Will Douglas has been very active defensively. Comes away with the steal, his third. And Prairie View A&M now with an opportunity to try to jump back on top. Jawaun Daniels, Damian Douglas, what a battle that has been and will be down the stretch as Douglas pump fakes on the three. He attacks the rim and throws down a vicious one-handed jam. So Will Douglas showing off his skills on both ends of the floor and putting a poster into the tally of the Panthers as well. They go back in front 58-56. A whistle and a foul away from the basketball will go on the Panthers. That'll be on Daniels. His third personal, and the 10th team foul will send the Lions to the line with 10:51 to go and a chance to try to tie it up once again.
Yeah, Douglas, though, with an impressive showing, as you said, defensively, getting it done offensively with the highlight reel. And understandably leads the team in the steals category. He's already got 3 tonight, making it 19 on the season.
Shelton knocks down the first free throw. 5 points and 2 rebounds for Shelton in 24 minutes. 3 of his 5 points have come at the charity stripe. Second free throw for the left-hander on the way is good. And the ball game is tied once again, 58-58, 10:48 to go. Panthers with Jeremiah Gambrell, Dwayne Cox, Will Douglas, Jawaun Daniels, and Christian Guest as Gambrell with a deep left wing three. Knocks it down. He was 0 for 5 from the field and 0 for 3 from downtown before letting that one fly. And the Panthers knock down their 9th three of the ball game and go back up by 3 as the Lions look to respond. And again, a foul underneath on the Panthers, who cannot get out of their own way in terms of foul trouble. It's now the 12th foul of the half committed by the Panthers with still over 10 minutes to go in the half. And Eli Scott and the Lions will shoot 2 with 10:22 remaining.
LMU, despite not having the perfect ball game offensively tonight, have certainly gotten their whole host of second chance opportunities from the free throw line, and they've done a good job of trying to maximize what Prairie View has given them tonight. But the 3 game has been very impressive from the Panthers. 53% from the arc.
Eli Scott goes 2 for 2. He's 6 of 7 at the line, 20 points for the Lions senior. It's a 1-point game, 61-60. Prairie View A&M up by 1. As Will Douglas, left wing for the Panthers, comes near side to Gambrell, well behind the arc. Covered by Eli Scott on the perimeter. Calling for the clear out, trying to look inside, but now looks to work one-on-one. The shot clock at 7. Crosses over left baseline pass deflected by Shelton. Out of bounds. It remains Panther basketball with just 5 on the shot clock. 9:57 to go. Panthers in front by 1. It's Gambrell to inbound. Tosses up top for Dwayne Cox on the drive. Down the lane. Floater on the run is good. Makes it 63-60. Dwayne Cox, who came in averaging just 1 point per ball game, he has 8 in the game tonight. And the lead back up to 3 for the Panthers as LMU works right to left. Kalilea Pepe, flat-footed at the top of the key. Picked up the dribble, now hands off to Quintana. Trying to get free off the screen instead. Tosses left elbow for Eli Scott with 10 to shoot. Splits a double team, spins away to the rim, muscles it up, it rolls off the iron. Rebound kept alive by Leia Pepe, and he lays it in on the follow. And Brian Miles took a shot underneath as he's a little shaken up. the whistle there from the official, but count the basket there for Leah Pepe. Once again, a 1-point game, 9:19 remaining, and LMU trailing 63-62.
And it's been familiar territory for the Lions tonight. They've played catch up and sometimes tie, sometimes get within one, and then a huge 3-ball rains down for the Panthers. So LMU, this is a chance to tie and take the lead and start to set the pace a little bit offensively.
That's Cox, left wing for Darrell Roberts, back in there with 4 personal fouls. Goes up top to Gambrell with a new yellow wrap on his right wrist as he slings it out to Roberts, 4 to shoot. Trying to spin away from Shelton, down the lane, double clutching floater, no, but a foul right at the end of the shot clock on Shelton will be his 3rd. That'll be 2 free throws for Darrell Roberts, so another near great possession, but credit Roberts with the aggressive drive, leading to the foul there. As get another look at Eli Scott. He thought he was fouled on that previous drive, but Leah Pepe, great job of staying with it on that previous possession. First free throw from Roberts is good. 5 of 5 at the line tonight. 8 points in the ball game. Damian Douglas will get a breather. Quan Marble back in for the Lions. Juwan Daniels also gets a breather for the Panthers, and Roberts just 1 of 7 from the field, but mentioned perfect at the free throw line for 5 of his 8 points.
Kind of been the story tonight. The offense generated from the charity stripe and how that's impacted each team down the stretch certainly has worked a treat for the Lions.
And Prairie View had a lot of first half free throws. They've been more prolific from behind the arc in the second half. Lions 25 free throws, which they've made 22. The Panthers are 12 of 17 from the line. They go 2 for 2 there. Extend their lead back to 3, 65-62. Cam Shelton looking underneath, and then again, Brian Miles, his 4th personal. And the Lions, another opportunity to step 15 feet away and go to the free throw line to shoot 2.
And foul's been handed out by like candy, it must be said, in this ball game. The second half especially, more so for Prairie View, but LMU again, a chance to try to create some offense from behind the line. And as we often talk about on the broadcast, Jesse, doesn't always have to be pretty, doesn't always have to come from the floor. As long as the ball goes through the hoop, you're doing something right.
As Eli Scott misses the first free throw. Prairie View A&M, 24 fouls committed in the ball game. And 12 of them have come in this second half already with 8:37 to go. And one more free throw upcoming for Eli Scott. That one is good. Makes it a 2-point ball game, 65-63. 8:37 to go as Jeremiah Gambrell crosses the timeline left to right. Covered by Shelton. Hands off for Dwayne Cox. Jawaun Daniels, ever dangerous, back on the floor for the Panthers as Darrell Roberts drives into a trap on the right baseline, and his pass intercepted by Shelton. 1-on-1 against Gambrell to the rim, double clutching and draws a foul. Oh, great defensive anticipation from Shelton. Foul on Gambrell will be his 1st, and familiar story, Lions back to the free throw line. Cam Shelton will go with an opportunity to try to tie it up for the Lions with 8:16 remaining.
Shelton was wise there driving to the rim. He had a great opportunity to throw the layup, but also opened the body up just a little bit and increased the angle, and the percentage of chance for contact worked out for him.
The first free throw from Shelton touches several parts of the iron and falls through. One more upcoming for Shelton. 7 points in the ball game, 26 minutes of action. Second free throw is good, and we are all tied once again, 65-65. Back and forth we go. Panthers with the ball, trying to recapture the lead on their end with 8:07 remaining. Jeremiah Gambrell covered by Quintana. Around a screen, he'll fire a deep right wing 3 and puts it in again. Gambrell, who missed his first 5 shots, has made his last 2 deep 3-pointers. And the Panthers, 10 3-balls in the game, regain a 3-point lead.
Bit of a double-edged sword for LMU tonight.
As Quintana drops it off for Eli Scott, who lays it in. Quintana a little slow to get up. And then Eli Scott's going to give the foul to help out his teammate Quintana, who's still kind of favoring that right knee. He'll get it checked out, and hopefully he's all right as we get a timeout on the floor. 7:37 to go. We got a good one. 68-67, Panthers in front on the WCC Network. Due to the level of competition they've played this year, but they've clearly been very hungry tonight. As a whistle and a foul on the floor on Lea Pepe will be his fourth. And team foul number 6 for the Lions that tie up that point. Panthers, for one, are a team obviously desperate for their first win, and two, a team that had great success a year ago in the SWAC conference, likely to be a good team again and hungry for that first win.
I think they're starting to show it here tonight as well. I mean, Daniels with 31 points, absolutely astounding. Roberts with 9 is a good individual performance in and of itself, but as you said, those 6 losses are against 6 very, very good teams. 2 WCC opponents, mind you, in St. Mary's and USF, but this is a very good Panthers ball club.
Douglas, step back jumper, no good. Offensive board by Roberts, counted and a foul as he got Marble up in the air. And a chance at an old-fashioned three-point play. 4th foul for Marble. And Damian Douglas will check back in for the Lions as Darrell Roberts with a chance to put the Panthers in front by 4. 7:15 remaining. Roberts in a double figures with 11. Stan Johnson, the coaching lesson to Marble on the sideline. Free throw from Roberts is good as he remains perfect at the line. It's a 4-point advantage for the Panthers, 71-67. Lions with Shelton, Quintana, Harris, Douglas, and Scott. It's Damian Douglas on the right wing, well behind the arc. Gives it to Quintana, toss it to Eli Scott at the free throw line. Quickly on the drive, hesitates, goes up, no. Second attempt is good on the follow. Eli Scott continuing to feast inside. He has 25, and it's a 2-point game, 71-69. There was 6:47 to go.
There's that awareness from Eli Scott that we love to see and that we talked about at the top of the show. So good and good enough, able to fall away and come away with his own rebound and tip in some occasions.
Will Douglas cut off on the left block. Passes back out for Gambrell. 5 on the shot clock. Driving in traffic. Floats it up. No good. High off the glass. And Douglas comes down in traffic with the rebound. Joe Quintana trapped near midcourt. Dangerous pass recovered by Shelton. Lions now looking to run. Shelton to the rim. Layup no good. And Damian Douglas down on the floor for the Lions out behind the three-point line. As he holds his left calf area.
You gotta hope that after this amount of time in the ball game, it's a cramp or something like that, but that is not a player you would like to see down.
And hopefully that is the case for Douglas, who looks like he's walking it off. So maybe a cramp at this stage in the ball game. That, as you said, would be kind of the best case scenario. He's hopping it off and trying to stay on the floor. The Lions missed an opportunity at the rim, but thankfully looks like Douglas is okay as the ball back the other way. Terrell Roberts, quick drive inside, double clutching no, and Damian Douglas collects the rebound. Now the Lions look to run as Eli Scott leaves it off for Shelton. Ahead to Quan Marble, hop step to the rim and lays it in. And we're tied at 71. All knotted up with 5:50 to play. A back and forth ball game once again tied up. The crowd tries to get into it. Jeremiah Gambrell will step into another NBA range three. That one ricochets off the iron, rebounded by Marble. Now the Lions with a chance to retake the lead. Shelton into the front court, waits for some reinforcements. As he backs out the dribble toward midcourt, 5:21 remaining. Now the Lions with an opportunity to retake the lead as Shelton around a screen from Harris, gives back to Harris, top of the key. Now to Marble. Lions looking for Eli Scott. They get it to him left block with 8 on the shot clock. Double team, kicks to Shelton, over to Douglas. Bluffs on the 3, goes to Harris. Shot clock down to 2. Shelton realizes, fires the 3, and hits it. Travian Cam Shelton, a buzzer-beating 3. And the Lions take the lead, 74-71, 4:50 to go.
You said it earlier, Jesse. I'm going to say it again. That's the Cam Shelton you like to see here playing in a Lions jersey. That's exactly why Stan Johnson put so much time into recruiting him.
Lions looking to dig in now as Will Douglas, left corner 3, counted in, a foul. A 4-point play opportunity. Gary Harris tried to get out there, but could not stop his speed and ran into Douglas. Clear foul and a chance for a 4-point play. Will Douglas, who was silent offensively in the first half, has 9 points in the second, along with some big-time defensive plays. A chance to put the Panthers back in front with 4:36 remaining at the free throw line, where Douglas is 2 out of 3.
You already mentioned tonight the golden rule of fouling is, well, to not do that.
Douglas can't get the 4th point on the play as he misses the free throw. But we stay tied at 74. The Lions look to recapture the lead on this possession. Shelton, Marble, Douglas, Leapepe, and Scott. As Shelton at the top of the key gives it to Scott, right elbow. Faces up on the defender now, turns his back. Looking to survey the scene on the double team. Kicks out to Shelton with 8 on the shot clock. Weaving on the dribble, down the right baseline. Inside the lane to the rim and draws a foul. Cam Shelton showing off the skills in the second half. Foul on Brian Miles is his 5th personal, so he'll foul out of the ball game. Cam Shelton will go to the line here with 4:08 remaining, trying to put the Lions back in front.
Yeah, Shelton up to 11 points in the ball game, 2 for 7 from the field, 1 for 4 from downtown, notably that last long-range 3. Perfect at the stripe tonight, looking to do more damage. He's got 2 rebounds just for good measure across 30 minutes of play.
Shelton to the line. Jawaun Daniels, officials rightfully letting him voice some displeasure without giving out a tech at this stage of the ball game, but Daniels very vocal as Shelton makes the first free throw. And one more coming for the Lions senior transfer. Second free throw from Shelton is good as well. A 2-point advantage for the Lions. 76-74 as we approach 4 minutes to play in the ball game. It's been nip and tuck throughout. Are headed for a fantastic finish as Panthers weave it around the perimeter in the hands of Dwayne Cox. Bounces left elbow for Douglas. Nice backdoor pass for Roberts, blocked at the rim but fouled. That'll be free throws coming up for the Panthers. Foul on Douglas is his 2nd. Timeout on the floor, 3:51 to go. 2-point ball game. Don't go away right here on the WCC Network. And welcome back, everybody. Jesse Cass and Jonathan Grace here with you courtside at Gerson Pavilion. 3:51 remaining. And the LMU Lions lead the Prairie View A&M Panthers by 2, 76-74. This has been quite the ball game. And the Lions trying to bring it home. It'll be Darrell Roberts going to the free throw line, trying to pull the Panthers back even. First free throw for Roberts is good. Now 8 of 8 at the charity stripe. I see Joe Quintana coming back in the ballgame. Another good sign for the Lions. Quintana a few moments ago had that kind of bang of the knee, but looks like he's okay. Quan Marble will check out. And one more free throw for Roberts. A perfect 8 of 8 at the free throw line here tonight. Second free throw on the way is good. Oh, he stays perfect, and we are all tied. 76-76. 3:49 to go in the ball game as LMU has the basketball. Shelton, Quintana, Douglas, Scott, and Lea Pepe, the starting 5 on the floor. Douglas to Lea Pepe, open right corner 3. Off the back iron, offensive board by Scott, kicks to Quintana. Left wing 3 on the way. That one short, and the rebound taken by Roberts. Couple of good looks from distance for the Lions. They're just 5 of 16 from downtown, and now Prairie View A&M will call for time as head coach Byron Smith wants to talk it over. We'll keep it right here on the floor. 3:23 remaining. We're all tied at 76, and Prairie View A&M will have it out of the timeout. Quick game reset for you as well. So tie game, 3:22 to go. Prairie View A&M with 1 timeout remaining. Obviously no fouls to give. They've been well into the double bonus for quite some time. Lions at 19 fouls will be in the double bonus with the next foul that they commit. And they have 2 timeouts remaining in the ball game. So Jonathan, down the wire, down the stretch we go. Obviously for the Lions, playing their own defense without fouling, guarding the three-point line, their biggest keys. Jawaun Daniels has been the star with 31. He has been quiet over the past few minutes, but he'll certainly try to make his presence felt once again down the stretch.
Absolutely, Jesse. You know that they're probably just saving him for the last couple of minutes here and looking to see what impact he can make, which certainly will be something. LMU's just got to do a good job of trying to get enough out front to try to limit whatever damage he can do.
The Panthers out of the timeout. Get a look for Roberts from 3. That one off the mark. He tried to draw the foul. An air ball. The Lions will get it back off the misfire. I believe that was a flopping warning on Roberts, which was the reason for the whistle. So the Lions get it back with another chance to retake the lead. 76 all, 3:07 to go. Starting 5 on the floor for the Lions, and Shelton, Quintana, Douglas, Scott, and Lea Pepe. As Douglas bounces to Scott at the top of the key. Spinning away from defenders, gets through the rim, counted and a foul. Eli Scott continuing to put the Lions on his back in the second half. He has 27 points and a chance for an old-fashioned three-point play with 2:55 to go.
You mentioned with the foul numbers for Prairie View that LMU could afford to be a little bit aggressive on offense, and Eli Scott has recognized that opportunity. 27 points tonight, 15 of which have come in this second half. Eli Scott doing a great job of recognizing the situation, and he's got the skill to make a finish like that too.
He's been seeing double teams all year long, has seen them again tonight, but has been undeterred as he knocks down the free throw. And the Lions back in front by 3, 79-76, 2:50 remaining. As Gambrell over to Dwayne Cox, now Darrell Roberts on the left wing behind the arc. Gets it to Jawaun Daniels in the left corner to Gambrell. Jab steps, goes down the left baseline, and a blocking foul on Shelton. A lot of contact both ways there. Gambrell is kind of trying to use that off arm, but Shelton may have not been totally set. He picks up his 4th personal, and that is, as we mentioned, now the 10th team foul on the Lions. So 2 free throws either way for both ball clubs, and now Gambrell to the line. His first free throws of the night. He's 4 of 4 on the season, and 2 big ones here with 2:38 to go.
There, as you mentioned, is the importance of not fouling defensively for the Lions at this stage of the ballgame. Leading by 3, now make it 2. Certainly not a comfortable lead against this team.
Yeah, especially with how prolific the Panthers have been from downtown. 11 of 21 from the three-point line and 6 of 10 in this second half. Lions have kind of used an old-fashioned approach for the dominant effort and points in the paint. As Gambrell, 2 for 2 at the line. It's a one-point game. 79-78, Lions in front by 1. 2:35 remaining. LMU trying to keep whatever bit of separation they can. As Douglas, left wing, swings it right side to Leah Pepe. Over to Cam Shelton along the right baseline. Backing down on Roberts, playing with 4 fouls. Shelton kicks it out for Quintana. Still 10 on the shot clock. Quintana, step back, left wing 3. Ricochets off the iron, and a strong rebound from Jawaun Cox. Stan Johnson thought he might have traveled on the rebound, but no call, and here come the Panthers trying to retake the lead as we approach 2 minutes to play. The Lions in front by 1.
Here we go, LMU. Another big defensive stop is needed right now.
And an offensive foul away from the ball on Darrell Roberts. He's in disbelief. He and Shelton collided. And Roberts got whistled with his 5th personal. Both players have 4 fouls. Panthers want a review of the play. As it stands now, it's a turnover for the Panthers and the ball back to the Lions, and the 5th personal foul for Darrell Roberts, who has 14 points. He's just 2 of 10 from the field, but has made all 9 of his free throws. We get another look on it here. Tough off that first initial look, but we said players ran into each other. You could kind of see an off arm from Roberts. Bang, bang play. Would love another look at it as well, but officials are going to go to the monitor and check it out. 1:57 remaining, and the Lions in front by 1. Needless to say, a big call, whichever way it goes.
Yeah, Roberts has 14 tonight. Cam Shelton has 13 tonight, so one of these players is going down. Just a matter of who. Could be a big loss either way. It looks like the officials have made the decision, just conferring amongst themselves now, but Cam Shelton, it must be said, has had quite a game to remember here for the Lions tonight. Despite the foul trouble, has put up 13 points, one of his best performances all season.
And it did look like Roberts kind of hit Shelton with the shoulder.
It looks like the call will stand. Common foul standing for Roberts. He's done for the night.
Yeah, tough to see anything to overturn that call. One of those plays where both players ended up going the same direction at the same time, and unfortunately for Roberts, his shoulder just kind of hit Shelton's chin as they were both running in that direction. So Roberts fouls out. Byron Smith talking to official Mark Beasley for the explanation. But the Lions get it back off the 16th Panther turnover, and a chance to put some much-needed distance between themselves and the Panthers. Just a 1-point lead for the Lions. 79-78, 1:50 remaining. Joe Quintana along the far sideline in front of the Lion bench. Bounces to Cam Shelton in the right corner. Now to Eli Scott, 15 feet away along the right baseline. Backing down on Douglas. His pass tipped, deflected, and stolen. Turnover number 15 for the Lions. Just their 3rd of the half, but at an inopportune time. And the Panthers with another opportunity to retake the lead. 1:24 to go. Jawaun Cox on the left wing around a screen. Gets it over to Christian Guest. Now left corner for Gambrell. Gambrell covered by Quintana. Shot clock at 7. Step back left wing 3 is an air ball. And Eli Scott collects the rebound. And Jonathan, I mean, some of it's credit to Damian Douglas, but a little perplexing the Panthers as the Lions will call a timeout of their own. They have had 2 remaining. They now have 1. We'll keep it here once again. But a little perplexing, the Panthers have not gone to Jawaun Daniels in quite some time. Obviously, Gambrell's hit a couple of big shots. Roberts was getting to the line, but Daniels, 10 of 15 from the field, 7 of 9 from 3, 31 points. And he seemingly has not touched the ball in a couple of big possessions for the Panthers.
It is interesting. LMU has done a much better job of covering him off, but there have been plenty of times where he's been open on a backside or kind of cut through and had an opportunity to get a hold of the ball. I wonder if they're just being a little bit cautious with him because he's got four fouls. They want to save him maybe for the last 30 seconds of the ball game to really let him open something up. Eli Scott, on the other hand, leading the way for the Lions, does not have those concerns. With just one personal foul, he can do just about whatever he likes until the end of the ball game.
Yeah, so the Lions with the ball, 1:03 remaining, 22 on the shot clock and a 1-point lead. Mentioned the foul trouble for the Panthers. They've already had Terrell Roberts and Brian Miles foul out. Daniels has 4 personals. And for the Lions, Shelton, Leah Pepe, and Marble all with 4 personals as the inbounds comes into Shelton. Hands off to Douglas. Now ball works its way to Quintana. Bounces left post for Eli Scott. Hesitates down low. Blocked on the way up. And the rebound taken by the Panthers. That's another opportunity for Prairie View A&M to take the lead. 45 seconds to go. Jeremiah Gambrell over to Douglas. Trying to get it to Jawaun Daniels. Being fronted by Damian Douglas. Doing a good job keeping it out of his hands. In the hands of Gambrell with 11 to shoot. He now gets it to Daniels with 8, covered by Douglas. Working on the left wing, crossing over, down the lane into traffic, floater off the back rim, no. Fight for the rebound, tipped up, taken by Leah Pepe. And the Lions with a huge rebound. Panthers will need to foul. Lions are going to wisely call a timeout. They were stuck flat-footed in the backcourt and in danger of a 10-second violation. So Stan Johnson wisely uses his final timeout. Regardless of if the Lions get it in and get it across the timeline, this one not close to over yet. Just a 1-point lead for LMU, 79-78, 15 seconds to go. And even if the Lions make 2 free throws, we've seen Prairie View A&M from downtown, so a lot of work still to be done, but Daniels got a good look at the floater that he's made a lot tonight, left it a little strong, and the Lions fortunate, and they'll try to put this one a little bit further out of reach at the free throw line if they can get it in.
Yeah, and then that is the key here. The inbound is going to be crucial. We've seen plenty of steals tonight from both of these teams, but specifically Prairie View A&M, they have 12 steals tonight. And you better believe they're going to have hands in passing lanes off this Lions inbound. 15.2 seconds. The one benefit of Kelly Leapepe kind of being trapped down there, if you're a Lions fan, is it did eat about 7 seconds off the clock.
So 15.2 seconds to be exact. Lions go length of the floor here. Prairie View will certainly try to go for a steal, and if they cannot get it, will commit a foul. So Eli Scott gets it into Quintana, quickly trapped, dribbles away, gets it to Shelton. He'll get it across the timeline. 10 seconds to play, and finally the foul given with 8.2. Well done there by the Lions. They eat up about 7 seconds. And now Cam Shelton to the free throw line. 8 of his 13 points tonight at the line. And Shelton, who came in at just 58% on the year, is 8 of 8 tonight. And 2 huge ones here with 8 seconds to go.
Yeah, he averages 6.2 a ball game with 3 rebounds. And as we said, already up to 13 points tonight.
Crowd falls to a hush. First free throw is good. That makes it a 2-point lead. 80-78, 8.2 seconds to go. Prairie View A&M does have 1 timeout remaining. Shelton with a deep breath at the line. Couple dribbles down on the floor. Second free throw en route is good. 2 clutch free throws. Panthers do not call for time as they look to push. They'll get it across and now wisely call for timeout. They wanted to inbound in the front court, not have to go length of the floor. So the Panthers take their final timeout. 5.2 seconds remaining. We'll keep it here on the floor. And Jonathan, always the question we talk about in this scenario. 3-point ball game. Do you foul here if you're the Lions to prevent a 3-point shot from even being taken here with 5 seconds to go?
You know, I think the way Stan Johnson's defense has been playing aggressively all season, I think they might just let it go. Although you don't want to open up Daniels while he has been quiet in the second half of this second half. He is 7 for 9 tonight from downtown and 31 points. You know, he's someone also that LMU's not going to want to foul, but I don't know that they'll get a choice. They're likely going to inbound to Daniels, is Prairie View, and again, he's 4 for 4 from the line. So not an easy decision either way for LMU, but with the way that Douglas has been guarding Daniels, I say potentially you could let him play for the 5.2.
We'll see how the Lions approach it. Mentioned the Panthers have made 11 of their 22 three-point attempts, and of course, Jawaun Daniels with 7 of those, 7 of 9 from downtown. The Lion crowd will rise to their feet. Panthers offensively, Dwayne Cox, Jeremiah Gambrell, Christian Guess, Will Douglas, and of course Jawaun Daniels. Lions will come out defensively with Joe Quintana, Quan Marble, Damian Douglas, Eli Scott, and Kelly Leapepe. And here we go. Panthers to inbound in front of their own bench on the far sideline. It'll be Guess to cue it in, gets it into Cox. He's immediately fouled by Quintana. 0.6 of a second come off the clock. And Dwayne Cox will shoot 2. He's missed his only free throw attempt of the night. Came in at just 1 of 2 on the season. Shoot 2 with 4.6 seconds to go. Neither team has a timeout remaining. First free throw for Cox is good. And now a strategy play here for the Panthers. Do you make the free throw and foul again, or do you try to miss it on purpose? You mentioned no timeouts remaining. 4.6 seconds to go.
They do have Daniels shoulder to shoulder with Eli Scott, so that'll be a foot race to the end line. You can already see them trying to link arms and stop each other's forward progress. Here we go then.
Second free throw from Cox is good. Makes it a 1-point game, 81-80. Lions have to get it in now. Scott gets it into Quintana. Immediately trapped and fouled with 3.2 remaining. Will Douglas picks up his second. And now Quintana to shoot 2. Obviously still very important free throws. 3.2 seconds. Still enough time for Prairie View A&M to get it up the floor and get a 3-point attempt off. So Quintana will shoot 2. 10 points in the ball game tonight. First free throw is good. Quintana now 5 of 5 at the line. And 20 of 20 on the season. One more big one right here. Second free throw for Quintana is good. Clutch free throws for the Lions. 3-point lead again. 3 seconds to go as the inbounds comes into Daniels. Getting it across the timeline. Half court 3 at the buzzer is off the mark. And the Lions hang on to win. 83-80 in an absolute battle with the Panthers. What a ball game tonight as LMU comes away victorious.
Yeah, Jesse, it was a huge come from behind victory there. It was Prairie View who really did a good job of trying to set the pace throughout this contest. LMU had a great 8-0 run in that second half to try to come back and get themselves back in this ball game. And, you know, you credit Eli Scott, who Jesse will speak to in just a moment, for his 28 points tonight. 8 for 10 from the free throw.